Welcome to Nature Walk, the podcast where we delve into the wonders of the natural world and explore the intricate relationships between species and their environments. I'm your host, David, and I'm delighted to share with you a remarkable story about one of the most fascinating creatures in the animal kingdom, the pangolin. As we walk through the forest, we often focus on the majestic trees, the vibrant flowers, and the charismatic animals that inhabit these ecosystems. But today, we're going to shine a light on a rather unlikely hero, one that plays a vital role in ecological recovery, particularly in landscapes ravaged by fire. The pangolin, an animal often associated with misfortune due to its plight as the world's most trafficked mammal, has been found to be an ecosystem engineer, accelerating biodiversity recovery in burned forests. Imagine a forest, once teeming with life, now reduced to ashes and charred remains. It's a bleak landscape, devoid of the vibrant colors and sounds that once filled the air. But beneath the surface, a pangolin is already hard at work, rebuilding and restoring the ecosystem. Through their burrowing activity, pangolins aerate the soil, provide shelter for other wildlife, and create conditions that encourage plant regrowth. A recent study published in Global Ecology and Conservation observed that Chinese pangolin burrows in fire-damaged forests of southern China provided refuge for surviving animals and created conditions that encouraged plant regrowth. The results were striking. Vegetation was more diverse and abundant at burrow sites, with 58 plant species recorded, compared to 47 at control sites. Animal life was similarly richer, with burrow sites hosting nearly 1,000 individuals across 35 species, including birds, small mammals, and reptiles. As we walk through the forest, we can almost hear the sounds of life emerging from the pangolin's burrows. The stable temperature and humidity provide a safe haven for species left exposed by the fires, a testament to the pangolin's role as an ecosystem engineer. It's a remarkable example of how individual behaviors can have far-reaching consequences for broader ecological patterns. But despite their ecological importance, all 8 pangolin species teeter on the brink of extinction, largely due to the illegal wildlife trade. It's a sobering reminder of the impact that human activities can have on natural systems. As we consider the plight of the pangolin, we're reminded of the interconnectedness of our world and the need for thoughtful environmental advocacy. As we pause to reflect on the importance of preserving pangolins and their habitats, we're left with a sense of wonder at the intricate web of life that surrounds us. The pangolin's story is a powerful reminder of the need to protect and conserve our natural world, not just for the sake of individual species, but for the health and resilience of entire ecosystems. We'll be right back with more fascinating stories from the natural world on Nature Walk. Welcome back to Nature Walk. I'm your host, David. As we continue our journey through the natural world, we turn our attention to a critical conservation success in Indonesia. A court in this Southeast Asian nation has handed down a significant sentence to a man convicted of killing a critically endangered Sumatran tiger. This landmark ruling marks one of the heaviest sentences ever imposed for crimes involving protected wildlife in Indonesia. In September last year, in North Sumatra province, a young female Sumatran tiger, estimated to be around 18 months old, met a tragic end at the hands of Aman Faisal Tambunan. The details of her death are nothing short of heartbreaking. Found ensnared in one of many traps set by Aman, she was then subjected to further cruelty, including being assaulted and left to suffer in the forest. Her body was discovered 2 days later, with a post-mortem revealing sepsis, organ damage, and myiasis in an open wound caused by the wire snare. The accused claimed that his snares were intended for wild boars, but prosecutors successfully proved that Aman had targeted animals of high commercial value. This case highlights the persistent threat posed by the demand for body parts of endangered and protected animals on the black market. It's a stark reminder of the ongoing battle against wildlife crime. The sentence handed down by the Mandaling Natal District Court is a significant step forward in the fight against such crimes. Aman Faisal Tambunan has been sentenced to 5 years in prison and fined 200 million rupiah, almost $12,000. This ruling sends a clear message that the law will not tolerate the senseless killing of these majestic creatures. The Sumatran tiger is the most endangered subspecies of tiger in the world, with only an estimated 400–600 individuals remaining across the Indonesian island of Sumatra. Their survival is crucial, not just for their ecosystem, but for our planet's biodiversity as a whole. Tigers endemic to the islands of Java and Bali became extinct last century due to forest loss and predation, serving as a stark warning about the consequences of inaction. Efforts to combat wildlife crime are ongoing in Indonesia, with recent arrests in other provinces indicating that law enforcement is stepping up its efforts. However, the case of Aman Faisal Tambanan also underscores the need for continued vigilance and stringent penalties for those involved in the illegal wildlife trade. As we reflect on this critical conservation success, it's essential to acknowledge the tireless work of conservationists, legal professionals, and law enforcement officials who are dedicated to protecting our planet's precious wildlife. Their efforts remind us that even in the face of significant challenges, there is always hope for a better future for these incredible animals. Stay tuned for our final story of the day right here on Nature Walk. Welcome back to Nature Walk. I'm your host, David, and we're wrapping up today's episode with a fascinating story from the coast of South Africa. You might have heard about the decline of great white sharks in certain parts of the world, but what you might not know is the significant impact their disappearance can have on the entire ecosystem. In False Bay, near Cape Town, researchers have been studying the effects of the loss of apex predators like great white sharks. What they found is nothing short of astonishing. Without these top predators, the prey population, in this case, seals and other marine mammals, has begun to skyrocket. This might sound like a good thing, but trust me, it's not. The imbalance caused by the lack of great whites has led to a cascading effect throughout the entire food chain. Other species that rely on the sharks to keep the seal population in check are now struggling to survive. It's a classic example of how the removal of one key player can have far-reaching and unpredictable consequences. But what's driving the decline of these magnificent creatures? Well, it's a complex issue, but scientists point to a combination of factors, including the presence of orcas, which prey on great whites, as well as human activities like shark nets and drumlines. These measures, intended to protect beachgoers, are inadvertently killing off the very animals that keep the ecosystem in balance. It's a sobering reminder of the importance of preserving apex predators and the delicate balance of our natural world. As one researcher put it, we need white sharks in our waters to maintain the balance of the ecosystem. Without them, we risk unleashing a chain reaction that could have disastrous consequences for the environment and our planet as a whole. That's all for today's Nature Walk. Remember to like, share and subscribe, and until next time, keep exploring your natural world.